A normal game has one or two DLCs, and until the game actually dies, the game company doesn't care about it anymore. They'll continue to update it free of charge as long as you own the game. But one of the biggest game companies in the world, Paradox Interactive, has a little different approach to things like this. They have a DLC update approach. Basically, every year or something like that, they release a DLC. And if you don't have that DLC, eventually the game will stop receiving updates. You buy the base game, and before the first DLC gets released, that's everything there is. There's no more content, and it'll be updated regularly. First DLC comes out, you buy the DLC, and you continue to update. If you don't buy the DLC, there'll be more updates until, the second DLC gets out. And then it stops updating, and it doesn't change from there. But there are special occasions, like there's a big game-changing mechanic, like in Hoi 4 with the no step back. They do change some things, like they continue to update the map and other small little aspects, but there's nothing game-changing. So if you don't want the game to change, you can just, not buy it. But then you look at other games like Victoria 2 with Heart of Darkness and A House Divided. Those DLCs are the most important DLCs you can buy for the game, because without those DLCs, you get a game that is barely playable. It is playable, but there's a lot of game-altering mechanics and balancing issues, and plus, yellow pressure. Sorry, I had to, witness that. Anyway, plus it adds, things like war goals, not be instant. And I am by no means a hater of Paradox Interactive. I do have plenty of their games. I'm a big fan of all their grand strategy games besides Crusader Kings. I just can't wrap my head around that. But every other game, to unlock the full potential of the game after release, you have to buy the DLCs. And it's really annoying. I mean, if it was one or two, you'd get that. Because like EU3, I've played a lot of EU3. You get Heir to the Throne and Divine Wind. They're like $15 together, really cheap. And if they're on sale, it's like $5. Game changing, game balancing. But look at all the other DLC, especially for EU4, and it's $250, $250 for all the DLCs, full price. When they go on sale, it drops down to $150. But still, it's over $100 for DLC. Like, what the heck? Though, if you do spend money, buy each DLC when it comes out, wait for it to go on sale, so you're paying like $10, you're still paying the $150. It just doesn't feel like that much. Still getting the money out. It is a big money-making idea. It's very profitable. Though, I just don't insist, not for everyone. Though, the audience that Paradox provides to is already pretty limited in, the games that appeal to people, though, they don't want to make their numbers smaller by continuing with this practice. Though then again, they have been doing really well with this practice as well, and they can develop better games faster with the more money they get from the DLC. And I say this because I just don't like the stop updating the game when the second DLC comes out or something like that. Only update it when it needs to be. The EU4 is a little better on that than, all the other ones. But Victoria 2, and it's a big one with the no updating. They just stopped updating it after House Divided. Because House Divided was released before, Heart of Darkness. You look at the original vanilla launcher, it's just a House Divided is released, and they just don't touch it again. They tell you that the new DLC is out and it's gone. Though it is a game from 2012, so 2015, maybe 2014, 2010, so 2012. 2013, they stopped updating it. House Divided was released. Actually, let's see. When was House Divided released? House Divided was released 2012. Yeah. It's just, it depends, because CK3 is doing really well, and with Victoria 3 in development, they're going to get new people, because new people are interested in it, from the beginning. And there's also the gaining popularity of Paradox YouTubers, such as Alex the Rambler, ISP, and Tommy K, and a couple others like the Red Hawk and Smoothed. That guy's crazy at Victoria 2. And with the gaining popularity of those guys, it is gonna promote their own game as well. Anyway, if you look at the Steam charts for CK2, it is the highest that any Paradox game has gone on release, though it is behind Hoi 4 and maybe EU4. As I've seen, though the popularity for the game has dropped since release, Paradox has a very stable player base for each game, unlike, Battlefield 2042. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that.